My name is Mrs. Boyd, and I'm the 7th grade Earth Science teacher. Today we will be doing a unit workstation on the types of rocks. Each student has been given this worksheet. The directions are that there are 6 stations listed below. In addition to the 3 required stations, the students are to complete a minimum of 2 additional stations of their choice. They are to place their initial on the blank after the completion of the station. At the end of the workstation, they are to turn their activity worksheet in, their table for the rock properties, and the quiz. The first workstation is a video clip. The type of learners here are auditory, verbal, and linguistic. Students are to listen to the video. The second workstation is an activity worksheet. Students are to read, and based on what they know of the igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks, they'll take the information and write it in the correct category. Types of learners here are verbal, linguistic, and intrapersonal learners. For the third station is classification of rocks using pictures. Students are to review the pictures, and in groups are to discuss the pictures and their classifications. The type of learner here is English as a second language, special education, auditory, visual spatial, verbal linguistic, and interpersonal. For the fourth station, students are given a critical reading worksheet. And for this assignment, students are to read the passage and answer the questions that are listed below. The type of learners here are gifted and talented, visual spatial, verbal linguistic, and intrapersonal. For the fifth station, which is required, students are given a table. This is a lab on rock properties, and students are to read the directions of the different type and review the different types of rocks and complete the table for the rock's properties. Students will be looking at these rocks to identify the rocks, their luster, streak, fracture, cleavage, and density. Students will measure the density by first taking the mass of the rock, then adding water into the beaker, filling the beaker, and once the beaker is filled, place the rock inside to determine the amount of volume change between the water and the rock. The information that they have, they will take to divide the mass over the volume. Types of learners here are English as a second language, kinesthetic, verbal linguistic, logical mathematical, and interpersonal and naturalist. For the final station, station 6, which is also required, is a vocabulary quiz. Students will be assessed on their knowledge based on what they have learned for the types of rocks, again, igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Students are to match the correct term with their meaning. The type of learners here are gifted and talented, dyslexia, and intrapersonal. So across the stations, there are a variety of learning strategies, and students are given multiple opportunities for learning. Thank you.